Hello everyone, my name is Hollow Nightmares and today we're going to keep playing Doki Doki Blue Skies, episode 11. Anyways, first things first, I need to ask you guys, well, it's more of a question or something you guys would have to choose. So, you can tell that in episode 10, I did, instead of 40 minutes, I did 30 minutes. So I would like to ask, what do you guys prefer? The videos to be longer than 30, like 40 to 45 minutes, or do you guys want the videos to be 30 minutes short, like the old videos I used to do of Fateful Bullet? I'm asking this question as you guys know, Doki Doki Blue Skies is very long. It has long, progressive stories, so I wanted to add that so that I can remake my schedule so that I know how long the videos will take. So for this video, I will take about 30 minutes. Yes, 30 minutes because not because it's gonna help me editing the video, but it's because yeah, I don't have a proper explanation, but I can only say because of personal issues. Anyways, I was about to do personal game. Anyways, let's get back into it. Let's continue in this save file. The silence as There's silence as the machine whirs to life, along with a slight anticipation. Unfortunately, there's still a trace of tension in the air, undoubtedly stemming from everyone's memory of the festival. It's not particularly prominent. The club has a laid-back, cozy aura, but there's just enough to serve an uncomfortable reminder. I guess I was naive to think something so serious would get brushed over so soon. Especially the argument between Natsuki and Monica. Nonetheless, Monica, with all of her charms as the confident leader, is quick to move things along. Okay, everyone. So, as you guys know, Halloween is coming up. So, Sayori and I were talking. How does a Halloween party sound? A Halloween party? Didn't think you were much of a party girl, Monica. No, not that kind of party. I mean, if we held a little event here in the school. Yeah, we could share scary stories, dress up, that sort of thing. Yeah, that sort of thing. Stereo gave me the idea. We could all write horror-themed poems in the spirit of Halloween. As expected, Yuri's eyes light up. Natsuki, on the other hand, doesn't look quite as convinced. Scary poems? Meh, it's not really my kind of thing. See it as an opportunity to try something new and grow as a poet. It would definitely be interesting to see what you all come up with. See, that's the attitude to have, guys. Plus, it's been a while since I've done anything for Halloween. I was initially against it at first, but Siri can be pretty persuasive. And I think I should be able to find some time for it, so... What do you guys think? A Halloween event, huh? Much like Monica, it's also been a long time since I've done anything for this festivity. Most of my Halloween memories come from the pranks Sayori and I would pull on each other back when we were children. Although a distant memory, I'd be lying if I say they weren't fun. Yeah, sounds cool to me. I'm in. Although we gotta tell the ghost stories too. You know, go all out. I think that's a wonderful idea. Psst, of course you would, Yuri. Yeah, okay. I get to scare the crap out of you with my scary stories. I'm down. Yay! It'll be so fun, guys. I just have one question though. You said we'd hold the event here in the school. Assuming we will do it while it's dark, wouldn't the school be closed? Yeah, that's a good point actually. Unless we did it at one of our houses. I don't know if we'd have the room though. Unless you plan on, breaking into school after hours. Wow! The moment of silence along with Sayori's tone of voice is incredibly telling. No way. You honestly let Sayori talk you into that, Monica? Eventually I told Sayori I was fine with it, but I'm still on the fence about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, could we host a party at one of your places? Natsuki? No! It's a pretty cool idea to break into school. Gotta have that rebellious teenage spirit, right? But what if we get caught? Oh, we get in so much trouble. Sorry, but I'm with Natsuki here. Wouldn't the thrill of potentially being caught add to the atmosphere? Besides, it'll probably be creepy in here at night when everyone's gone home. Perfect place for this sort of event. See? I told you, Monica. Well, I was just surprised at how willing you were to break some major rules, Sayori. I always thought of you as a student who wouldn't go looking for trouble. Well, once or twice won't hurt anyone. Don't let that innocent exterior fool you, Monica. Sayori can be ever so sly when she wants to be. She's got a hidden dark side, you know. Hey! Don't overdo it. Break it up, you two. Well, now that that's been settled, we can sort out some decorations for the room. Hello, please can we carve some pumpkins? I sigh. As long as you don't accidentally drop one on my food again. I'll try. Well, that's you two sorted. How about you, Natsuki? I could bake some cupcakes or cookies. Put some Halloween stuff on them like spiders or whatever. They'd look awesome. And you can bet they'd taste as good as they look. Yes! You're the best, Natsuki. Jeez, all it takes is the mention of cupcakes, doesn't it? Yours are so good, though. Well, I am the best. And how about you, Yuri? Based on what you contributed for the festival, am I right in assuming some sort of contribution towards the ambience or atmosphere? You close your eyes, clearly in thought. I've come to appreciate how Yuri is someone who really thinks before she speaks. Yes, I think something like that would be ideal. I'll let you know the finer details once I've settled on something, if that's alright. Of course. Well then, on that note, I think that's everything. She finishes typing and puts the laptop lid down. Wait! We should all dress up too. As in, Halloween costumes? Yep. A bit old for that, aren't we? Come on. We used to have a lot of fun doing it when we were kids, so let's do it again. She does have a point there. Guess it could be quite amusing to see what she can come up with as well. Would we be able to come in as anything? As long as it's to do with Halloween, sure. Well, I don't really know if I'll have the time. Upon seeing Sayori's face drop, she hastens to speak once more, but I'll do my best. Yeah, I'm into. Looks like I'll have to get creative as well. Although at the moment, the only thing I want to do now is go home and relax. Standing up, I stretch and yawn, looking at the clock. Anyway, I'll call the club meeting here. No poems today, sorry. But I'm sure your Halloween poems will make up for that. There's a general murmur of agreement as the girls stand up and pack away. Ready to go, Sayori? Okie dokie. Oh, shit. Okay. You guys might know why I said oh shit because of okie dokie. But for the newer members, it's basically every time I hear okie dokie, I remember the Stupendium music. Why did I say okie dokie? And yeah, that's kind of a fun thing I do every time I hear okie dokie. I just instantly think of that music and have to say that line. Any plans for the weekend? Well, we gotta get our Halloween stuff sorted, remember? So let's head to town and get the pumpkins and things ready. Seeing as you're lazy, I'll let you sleep in and pick you from your house instead of us meeting at mine. Hey, it's not like I can't help, you know. I can't help it, you know. Anyway, let's meet at noon, okay? Sounds good. See you then. As she turns around and heads inside, I can almost feel my own home beckoning. It's that wonderful weekend feeling. Yes, October has arrived. Well, it's been October already, but still. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to write a poem. Okay, thank you. That was perhaps the most satisfying night's sleep I've had in a while. What time is it? Wow, it's 10:30. Okay, thank you for saying for me at least. But that's not super early. Oh, you guys have the luxury to sleep at that time. I have to wake up at 9, 8, 7, or 6. Tops. This is the second Saturday in a row that I've woken up before noon. Am I slowly shedding my vampiric traits? Yes. Join me. As I draw the curtains and feel the sunshine flowing through the glass, I can't help but feel really content. In fact, ever since joining the literature club, even in spite of the festival, my mood's generally been so much better than usual. Okay, perhaps it's due to what I told the girls before we started the recitals. It's nice to have people my own age to hang out with. But what if it's something more than that? Sayori? Even thinking about her brings the warm feeling back, although not as strongly. Could it be? Am I really starting to like her in that way? Yes! Yes, you are! Are you fucking dumb? You're hollow, you're supposed to notice. As if to interrupt my brain, my stomach grumbles. Guess I'll give this a muse over breakfast. What do I feel like having today? Cereal, toast, fried eggs, sausage, bacon. So many choices. I think eggs, sausage, and bacon will do for now. How about Sayori for breakfast? Oh god, I love myself. Much better. I can see why Sayori mentioned breakfast in her first poem. Then, there I go again, always thinking about her. It's love! If I were to be honest, as much as I enjoy all the girls' company, I'd be lying if I said I'd be as excited if I were to spend the day with another girl. Maybe it's because of the story we share, or because Natsuki is a little too cold for my taste, and you're just a little too quiet. I don't know. Since day one, I've always been comfortable talking to Sayori. That's never changed. I swear, I read somewhere that if you can go years without talking to a friend, and then when you do finally reconnect, if you're able to get along like nothing ever happened, then it's a sign of true friendship. Boy, don't friend zone her and not yourself. I will come into the game personally and kick your ass. Or I'm just looking into this too much feelings. And there was me thinking that stuff we do in math is hard to get in your head around. One thing that never changes is Sayori's inability to get up in time. 5 minutes pass as I grow impatient fishing out my phone. I shoot her a text. It's known, you lazy girl. You got pumpkins carved, remember? Minutes tick by without a response. Sayori. At this rate, I'd probably have more of a two-way conversation with a mime. Man, how creepy must I look? Just aimlessly standing outside her house with a sigh, opened the gate and headed to her house. No music. This shit ain't good. I can tell what's gonna happen. We're really gonna have to work on her sleeping patterns. I always knew she could be a little lazy, but this is getting annoying. Sayori, it's me. Sorry, I didn't want to wait outside. Are you dressed? I strain my ears. Ugh. Sorry, it's just the excitement to see what will happen. If I strain my ears, I can faintly pick up the sound of her voice. No. She's not replying to me, though it sounds like she's talking to herself. I can't quite pick up what she's saying from this distance. Probably sleep talking, knowing her talking about food. I'm nearing the end of my patience. Okay, that was your last chance. If you're getting changed or anything, you can't be mad at me. Man, her room is a mess. This is the sound. It really is happening again. Sayori herself is tucked away. Oh, never mind. Fuck this shit. We're ending it here now. Kidding. And Sayori herself is tucked away in a mess of pillows, blankets, and the dovet that form her bed. There's a swathe of hair falling into her mouth. She's drooling slightly. She's curled up into a ball, with her arms hugging herself. It's a strangely adorable sight, and I feel bad in having to wake her up. As I draw closer, I can finally make out what she's saying, and to my dismay, it's nothing wholesome at all. Sounds more like softly whimpering to herself, and I can also spot glistening wet trails down her cheeks. Seeing Sayori cry is a sight I wish I'd never have to see. Can't help it. What she's talking about? Sorry, I'm so useless, but really trying for everyone. She flips over restlessly, a sob accompanying the movement. But it's so hard, so tiring. Don't want, don't want to do anymore. No, please, someone, anyone. I know, selfish. Sayori! Her head turns slightly, almost as if she heard me. Her eyes remain shut as it's impossible to tell if she's awake. Sayori, it's me, Hollow. It's okay, I'm here. No, I don't want to go. Didn't work last time. They said it would work. Fresh sobs fill the room as she cries her harder. Her voice breaks completely as tears drip down her face. At this point, I've had enough. A strong protective instinct within me demands that I reach out and gently clasp one of her hands with mine. Ah, this is such a cute moment. I wish it was more extreme. With her hand in mine, I gingerly shake her awake. Sayori! Hollow? And with that, a finally mysterious utterance, her eyes flutter open, with panic momentarily flashing through them. When she sees me, she visibly relaxes and sits up. Oh, hi, Hollow. She hastily turns away and tries to discreetly wipe her face. I'm still trying to process what I've just witnessed. Sayori, are you okay? I think you were having a nightmare. Oh, was I? I don't remember anything like that. I was literally right here, listening to you cry. Of course you had a nightmare. You said some really concerning stuff. She anxiously bites her lips and as she replies, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you worried. You seriously need to stop thinking that you're a burden. It's my job to be concerned about you. We're best friends. You're really silly, you know that. What's going on, Sayori? Please just talk to me. She looks ashamed as she gets herself out of bed. Oh God, I just realized. I totally forgot what we have planned for today, and I overslept. Hollow, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. She flails around and I reach out and pull her into a hug. Clearly, this takes her by surprise as she doesn't make any effort to return it. At least initially. That after a while, she eventually starts to weakly hug back. As we break apart, Sayori smiles, clearly trying to put her nightmare behind her. Thank you, Hollow. You always known how to make me feel better. Anyway, we have a lot to do today, right? Let's get started then. Is she really going to try and ignore the elephant in the room? Sorry, don't you want to No. Sorry, I really don't want to talk about it, if that's okay. Another glimpse of this concerning side she works so hard to pass off. And yet there they are again, those walls I can never get through. But, Hollow, please. It's nothing. Everyone has nightmares. She seizes on my moment of silence. Anyway, can you give me a moment to get dressed? Then we can start... What the fuck? Okay. Then we can start getting spooky. With a sigh of resignation, I leave and close the door behind me. There's no way of closing a room. We can get pumpkins from the supermarket. We got a knife at home, right? Yeah. So what kind of things should we carve into them? Bats, skulls, all those cheesy Halloween things, right? It's something to not answer. To give her a taste of her own medicine, I don't think she's aware of how frustrating this is. But then again, do I really want to ruin the day? Sayori's clearly trying to put it past us. As much as I want to know what's going on, she's not in any mood to I don't know how to speak that word, but divulge. And bringing it up now will probably ruin the mood and day for both of us. Besides, I can't really stay angry at her. I wouldn't give a fuck. I would just go like, hey, we still need to talk about that shit that happened. Sorry if I insult a lot. Since I put this to like kids to not view it, I also try not to insult a lot, just to stay on the topic of cuteness and stuff, but still, in that exact moment, I would still try to pry the gate open. I would keep knocking that wall off until I got my answer. But hey, it's all in the storyline of how it'll end, sorry. But it seems we're going in the right path. We just need to see if the moment gets extreme the next Saturday or Sunday. Her general bubbly persona is so infectious. Only someone without a heart could be immune to it. Man, don't expose me like this. I begrudgingly smile. Or spiders. I forgot how much you're terrified of them. Oh, come on. Like you're any better. I am. Okay, maybe with the big ones. If you saw a black widow, you wouldn't be talking. Even though the Halloween isn't as largely celebrated here, at least compared to the Western countries, shops have still made a decorative effort. All of the cheesy, cliche Halloween decorations can be seen both on the exterior and interior of the shop. Lucky for us, all of the pumpkins are right at the front. Wow, these are huge. Which means we have more space to make awesome decorations, don't you think? Your eyes meet mine. Okay. The cheerful enthusiasm still bouncing around in them. Yeah, good thinking. Let's get these three. Oh, do you mind if I grab some food for later? Yeah, sure. Whatever you're thinking. Whatever were you thinking? Pizza. Not exactly the healthiest of choices, is not exactly the healthiest of choices, is it? Hey, I don't see you chomping on salad, you know. Can't dispute that. But in all seriousness, Sayori, maybe you should try something that isn't just junk food. I worry about you sometimes, you know. I know. You don't need to, though. I'll make more of an effort soon, I promise. Stop blushing. Alright, fine. Pizza it is. Oh, but only if I get a slice. Or two. Deal. In an attempt to display my masculine bravado, I volunteered to carry all three of the pumpkins. In hindsight, given how much my arms are screaming at me, stop carrying! What the? I immediately regret this decision. I can't believe you didn't let me carry any of them. You're so silly sometimes. It's no sweat, Sayori. No sweat at all. Don't drop them. What? That pumpkin is shaped like your head. I swear to God, I will throw one of these at you. You wouldn't dare. Besides, I don't think you'd be able to lift it high enough. I hate how true that is. Sayori, 1 hollow 0. That's so unfair. You're taking advantage of the poor situation I'm in. Not true. If I recall correctly, you're the one who insisted on carrying these. She adopts a comedic, super low male voice. It's okay, Sayori. I'm a big, strong guy who can handle a lot of these pumpkins. Okay, firstly, I do not sound like that. Right. An innocent smirk is my only response, which turns into indignation as I blow a puff of air into her face. It's the little victories in life. So, which shape should we go with first? Let's just keep it simple for now. We can just go with a generic jack-o'-lantern face. I pull up a reference photo on my phone. We've gotta start by scooping out the insides though. So let's cut a hole in the top. With a look of steadfast determination, she slices away the top of the pumpkin, exposing the contents within. She looks really cute with that look on her face. Her nose is scrunched up as she focusing intently on her task. And the best part is she's so oblivious to how endearing she really is. Come on, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Okay. I'm gonna freaking message. Okay. What the hell? My friend just sent me a meme, and I don't like it. Oh man, it feels so cold and sticky. It's slow but steady work. As we scoop out the inside, I do my best not to focus on how soft her hands and arms feel as they brush against mine. There! Now my hands are all sticky. Yeah, mine too. Say, you want a new hairstyle? I grin and reach forward, aiming for Sayori's head. Wah! Don't you even think about it. Okay. I won't. I hold my hands up as a sign of peace. Sayori remains backed up away from me, a suspicious look on her face. As she lets her guard down and comes closer, I dart forward with a boop on her nose, leaving an orange smear.
Hey, meanie. I'm going to get you for that.
Only if you can actually catch me. I laugh and dart away from her sight. Sayori has never been particularly coordinated, so it's pretty easy to dodge her clumsy attempts. As she comes in for another swipe, I catch her wrists with my hands. She's squirming and wriggling, doing her best to escape my grip. Unfortunately, due to the slipperiness of the pumpkin coating on both of our hands, my grip isn't as strong as I'd like. She manages to twist her hand free and lands a respectable orange smear on my cheek.
Ha! I told you.
Her victory is short-lived as I manage to return the favor down her neck.
Wow, okay, a truce. For real this time.
No tricks.
No.
Wow, that was a nice blush.
We still have to carve the pumpkins.
Okay, fair enough. After we wash our hands, Sayori takes out a pen and starts to trace a face on the pumpkin. I'm looking through the cupboards trying to find a knife that's big enough. This one will do. How's this?
How's this?
I wander over to the left of Sayori. This is unfair. How is it that a girl who was late to wake up and get ready still smells really good? She's asking how the pumpkin looks, not how she smells, dude. A faraway detached part of me vaguely remembers something my biology teacher was saying about pheromones.
Well,
Yeah, it smells great.
smells? Huh?
Oh damn, did I say smell instead of look? Guess I'm a little hungry. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll start carving it. There.
Wow, that looks great. We make an awesome team, don't we?
We sure do. What about the other two pumpkins? I'm thinking we could do a bat for this one. And we could just keep it simple for the last one.
Like carve boo into it?
Perfect. Well, here we go again. A while later, and we're finally all done. Our handiwork sits proudly in front of us. Job well done.
The others are gonna love them.
Just realized. We must look like two proud parents, except our kids are pumpkins. Sarah breaks out into giggles.
Hello. You've always been really funny, you know that?
One of these days I'll learn how to make a compliment from the opposite sex, especially when it comes from someone I think I'm starting to fall in love with. Finally, the boy noticed. Wait, did you hear me? Anyways, unfortunately, that day is not today. As I feel my cheeks heat up, I'd be very surprised if Sayori didn't pick up on it.
Anyway, I've had a lot of fun today. Sadly, I've got a lot of homework to get on with, so I'm gonna have to go. But I'll take a pumpkin with me. Anyway, I'll see you on Monday. Oh, and look, I know you're concerned about me, about what happened earlier. But please just try not to worry too much or anything. I'll try and tell you when I'm comfortable, okay? Hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend.
With a click, the door closes behind me. I don't get much time to stew over the day's events. That was my phone layers to life. It's my mother. Oh god, it's gonna be hard remembering her voice. Hi, Hala. How have you been doing? Are you eating well? Whoa, Mom. What the hell? Okay, let me just do something real quick. God, this phone is so freaking slow. What was I saying? Whoa, Mom, slow down. I'm fine. School is going well. Sakurai started talking about World War I, so history is pretty enjoyable. About the eating part. How are the things on your end?
Stressful. I want to come home and see you. I've been feeling ever so guilty about being away. Nah, it's fine. Seriously. Since joining the club, that lonely feeling has pretty much disappeared. Plus, Sayori and I are hanging out a lot. So it's nice to have some regular contact with her again. Oh, yes, that club of yours. You said it was a literature club, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, well. That should mean your grades for Japanese will be fantastic, right? It's definitely helping. And the other club members? Yeah, we get along pretty well. One girl is really shy, the other one is kinda cold. But I think she's a softie at heart. Oh, and Monica's the president. Oh, the Monica you used to share classes with? The one you had a crush on? Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Don't reveal me like this. Mom! I didn't have a crush on her. Of course not. So being around Sayori again. When I called you last week, you were kinda on at the park with her, right? Yeah. You wanted to say date, didn't ya? Yeah. I'm so happy for both of you. She's always your best friend growing up. Although, perhaps it's a motherly intuition, but I get the feeling that you and Sayori, what about us? I can sense her knowing smile even on their phone. Well, you tell me. I love this moment. Wait, can I save actually? No, we'll go straight with these. Well, truth be told, Mom, I think I really like her. Like, in that sense. Yes, I did think this day would come eventually. Look at my little boy, all grown up, falling in love with a girl. Mom! Sorry. I guess I should have seen this coming. Given the way you used to act, oh Christ, around her as a kid. Always looking out for her, protecting her from things that scared her, sharing your food with her. Quite the gentleman you were. Really? You had your suspicions that early on? Motherly instincts, sweetheart. We share a laugh. It was confusing at first. I didn't really know what these new feelings were. I started to notice little things about her that I didn't see before. Oh no, it wasn't someone from beyond that started screaming, "You're in love! You're in love!" I can already imagine. If they could hear me, they would be like, "This man, why is he forcing us to be in love?" Like how pretty her eyes are, or how nice she smells, or how cute she looks when she's trying to concentrate. I sigh dreamingly. Yeah, I'll admit, she's got me good. So, what's holding you back? Well, I don't really know girls that well. How am I supposed to know if she likes me back? Teenage love. Well, look at it this way. When the girl likes you, she'll do a few things to try and signal that interest. Does she maintain eye contact with you a lot? Laugh at your jokes? Offer to come with you to places or invite you along? Compliment you? Kind of, yeah. She does all of that. Like, she goes with you to the supermarket just to buy pumpkins. She went with you to buy the candies and etc. She compliments you sometimes. She laughs at your jokes. Is that hard to remember? Kind of, yeah. I mean, a lot of those things, yeah. But sometimes she acts a little bit off. As in, there are days where she doesn't really want to talk to me or anyone else. There's something that she's hiding, but she keeps her walls up and doesn't let me in. Like today, she was having a really bad nightmare, saying stuff like she's really tired and she feels bad for feeling useless. But she never wants to talk about it and just brushes me off whenever I try to help her. Well, there was a long gap in your history together. Perhaps something happened in her life. Something that she isn't ready to share just yet. Patience is a virtue, sweetheart. You'll have to understand it from her perspective. Sometimes people just don't want to share. I know it must be frustrating. You want to help, but she's just not letting you. Yeah, as much as we would like to, sometimes we can't just force ourselves into someone's life like that. Besides, we have no idea what her reasoning is. I'm sure she'll tell you when she feels comfortable doing so. But doesn't that mean she doesn't trust me yet? Not necessarily. From what you've told me, she enjoys spending time with you. He certainly does trust you, just not on that level just yet. It'll come in time. Anyway, unfortunately, I have to go. A lot of work to be done still. It was lovely talking to you again, sweetheart. And keep me updated on the Sayori situation, especially if anything major pops up, okay? Sure thing, Mom. And thanks. Your advice has been really helpful. You're very welcome, darling. Bye. Beep. With both my mother and Sayori gone, the room feels strangely empty. The video will have to go on more time because this got certainly interesting. As I meander upstairs into my room and flop onto my chair, my mother's words echo in my mind. Maybe Sayori does like me too then. Even if she does, what am I meant to do? Am I meant to make the first move? Ask her to date or be my girlfriend? Boy, be smart. Ask her for a date, not like out of the bat go like, hey, I brought you flowers. Wanna be my girlfriend? Okay, honestly, that sounded very weird, but okay. Although I've been hanging out just us two, isn't that already technically a date? No, a date is when when you both are in a special place. Okay, basically, from what I think of a date is. Yeah, although, I don't know. I think I'll just see how the next couple of weeks go and not push anything, primarily because I don't know what I'm doing. With a weary sigh, I put up my computer. There's no way I'll be able to get any homework done with all of this on my mind. Video games should be a nice way to relax. It's hard coming up. It's Halloween coming up, so let's pick a horror game. This one looks tempting. Third-person survival horror police detective nightmarish simulation. This will do fine. Good. Let me guess, school time. I knew it. Man, do I regret staying up late yesterday? I knew it would be a bad idea. I knew that I'd struggle staying awake. In ways more than one, I really am my worst enemy. Early, I pull myself back to the land of living, determined to make an effort to pay attention to Sakurai. Would anyone care to give me a brief recap of the events that took place at the start of the war? It's alright, don't all line up at once. I grin at him, marveling at how his humor is possibly the only thing keeping me awake. I hope he doesn't ask me though. It's hard enough staying awake. I don't know, actively contribute. Luckily, Shiori spares me from that possibility, giving him a perfect answer. Well explained. Your teacher definitely deserves a pay rise. He chuckles to himself, carrying on. Well, I paid attention for a couple of minutes. That means I'm entitled to a nap, right? I fucking hate you. Don't take a nap knowing the last time your teacher said, no, don't take a nap on school class, okay? Hey, hello. Yeah? He looks shyly at the ground. Do you think we'll be friends forever? What do you mean? Like, we're pretty young and we've been friends for a while. When we move to junior high school, we'll still be friends, right? And even when we move to high school, hey Sayori, where's this coming from? Of course we will be. You're my best friend. I always enjoy hanging around with you. You're my best friend too, Haro. You've always been really nice to me. I just don't want to lose that. Sayori, you're being so silly. I know. I have an idea. Something that means we'll always be friends. Oh, what? We should get married. Married? Married. But isn't that what grown-ups do? Yeah, but we're 8 now. That's a pretty big number. Anyway, what do you think? If we're married, does that mean we'll be friends forever? I think so, yeah. I mean, my parents are friends and they're married, so that must mean that's how it works, right? Okay. How do we do it then? I think you have to get grown up to say it. Let me go find my mommy. Hang on. Mommy. Yes, darling. What's up? Me and Sayori are getting married. Marriage, eh? My. That's really mature of you two. He smiled fondly at both of us. At us both. Oh, you two are so cute together. But being married isn't easy, you know. You'll have to support each other, and more importantly, you have to do special things for your partner. Like what? Mom leans forward, a playful look. What the fuck? I almost called a friend of mine. A playful look in her eyes. Things like sharing a chocolate, Sayori. Sayori gasps. Do you think you could do that? And Hollow, you'll have to compromise too. What does that mean? Well, let's say that one day you want to play video games, but Sayori wanted to go to the park. What would you do? Easy. We'd go outside first, then come in and play. Come on, Mommy. This marriage stuff is so easy. Mom chuckles to herself. Oh, if it were that easy. Well, you're clearly ready then. Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll be best friends forever. Even in 50 years? Even if 50, 100. Wait, that's a big number, right? With a start, I'm jolted back to reality. Jeez, this isn't the kind of story I expected to learn about when I started this class. Man, where did it all go wrong? We used to be so inseparable. Best friend until the end, no matter what happened. I know we're talking, getting along these days, but there were a good few years where we had no contact. And she said she loves being around me, and she didn't want to lose what we had. Even though she probably felt estranged as we began to drift. As Sakurai talks, an uncomfortable feeling of guilt bubbles up within me. But we're friends now, right? There's no sense of lamenting on the past. Now everyone, open your textbooks to the segment on trench warfare. I want you to... That Christ, I missed 2 parts. The segment on trench warfare. I want you to write out the main features, what it was, how it worked, and how both sides tried to break out of it. Well, looks like I can't get away with just idly listening in the background anymore. After a while, the bell rings. The usual stampede occurs with students eager to head to lunch. As I'm making my way over to the courtyard, I spot Natsuki. Hey Natsuki, how are you doing? Oh, it's you. I'm alright, I guess. There's an awkward moment of silence. A given, I suppose, as this is one of my first time talking to Natsuki, one-on-one. Looking forward to the Halloween party. Should be fun, I guess. By the way, I don't suppose you've seen Sayori, have you? Don't you guys walk to school together? Yeah, but she wasn't here in the morning and wouldn't reply to my texts and ended up walking alone. Huh, weird. Nah, haven't seen her. I'll tell you if I see her. Thanks, I'm on my way to have lunch, if you want to join. No, I'm good. I've already eaten anyway. Oh, okay. See you around then. She dismissively waves and turns away. I wonder if she's like this with everyone she meets. I don't have much time to ponder the questions, as once again spot Yuri on my way to the courtyard. With Sayori absent, I don't really feel like sitting alone. Hey Yuri. She jumps up instinctively, looking around. At first she's clearly startled. Although get back here. Thank you. Although a gentle, if slightly nervous smile slowly replaces the look of surprise. Ah, hello. Sorry I didn't expect you. I'll stop being a ninja one day, I promise. Nice one. Let me see my alarm real quick. Okay, it's 45. Okay. She laughs softly, closing her book and pulling out a box of food. I was on my way to the courtyard to eat and I was wondering, would you like to join me? Me? Are you sure? Yeah, why not? Well, if you're sure... By the way, I couldn't help but notice Sayori isn't with you. Oh, I was going to ask you about her. Have you seen her around by any chance? I can't say I have. I would have thought you'd know where she was, of all people. Yeah, I know. She wasn't here in the morning, so we didn't walk to the school together. She's not answering my calls either. That's a little strange. Maybe she isn't feeling well. Maybe. Oh shit. I think I have a quite particular thought about this. Some people might tell from the laugh what I'm thinking about. Depends if it's my friends watching the video or not. But still, there are moments where I laugh like I'm evil, and that's because I'm having a very bad thought about something. Her the same thing happened on the original DDLC when spoiler alert, where Sayori goes like she doesn't go to school with you, and then you ask Monica where she is, and then she says, okay, I forgot the line, but it's like you left her hanging. Yeah, you kind of left her hanging, something like that. And as everyone knows, that was the end of the first act of Doki Doki. You saw your best friend do some horrible thing. Sensing my disquiet, Yuri makes an attentive step in the leading conversation. Anyway, how are you finding school? It's alright, I guess. Could be better, could be worse. History's going well, though Sakurai makes the lessons really interesting. Ah yes, he's certainly one of my favorite teachers. I've always found that an enthusiastic teacher really makes a world of difference when it comes to lessons. Pretty much, yeah. I've been meaning to ask you something actually. Yes? What are your thoughts on Halloween? Given you like horror so much. Well, are you sure you want to know? I hate to bore you. Not at all. I asked you specifically after all. It wouldn't bore me the slightest. Well, to be truthful, most people typically feel frightened by all of the monsters and horror villains that come out to play. Halloween, ironically enough, makes me feel safer. Why is that? I feel like I belong, if that makes sense. That's not weird, is it? Ooh. Yuri, seriously. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to make fun of you or anything. I promise. What do you mean by belong? Well, it's a day where most people get into the spirit of horror. If only for one day, it's a day where the macabre becomes the norm. I get a sense of belonging from it because Halloween is typically comprised of horror stories, movie, etc. Although I'm not much of a fan of the commercialism, it detracts a little from Halloween's actual meaning. Oh, you mean all the cheesy bats, spiders, skeletons they hang up in the stores? Precisely. Yeah, that's understandable. I'll admit, I'm not huge on horror, but Halloween's always been fun. Sayori and I used to prank each other, scare each other with stories, that sort of thing. Obviously, we haven't done that in a good few years. Another pang of guilt. Spending such a day with someone else. Imagine that must be wonderful to share. It's definitely something. We cut pumpkins together over the weekend. We'll be bringing them to the club. Actually, so you can check them out. I look forward to it. Back to your initial question, though. As frightening as horror villains can be, I would be hard-pressed to deny that their personalities or motives are interesting. Take Frankenstein's monster for instance. The very fact it isn't given a name and only referred as the monster makes you think it would behave like a mindless beast. Yet once it's created, it's unaware of its own identity and even becomes frightened. It's even able to forge relationships with a family of peasants and even save a human girl. And it is continually misunderstood, even being shot for its efforts. Even after being mistreated by its creator, it still mourns the creator's death. Hardly the behavior and emotion you would expect a typical monster to display, don't you think? I can always count on Yuri for a thought-provoking discussion, that's for sure. Well, when you put it like that, I can definitely see what you mean. I guess just by labeling something as a monster, people automatically assume it'll behave like one, right? So in giving it a personality and, human emotions, so It does make you question whether the monster is really, well, a monster.
Definitely. It's honestly fascinating.
The rest of the lunch break passes by in a blur. Before I know it, the bell rung and it's time to go. And that's another day over. Sayori's been on my mind all day. No matter how much I try to distract myself, she'll probably be just ill. She'll probably be just ill, given that the stuff she eats. It's bound to happen sooner or later.
Come on, I want to end the video in a very interesting moment of Sayori. Still can't hurt to check for myself.
Yes, hey Sayori, it's me. I was just wondering if you're okay, because you didn't come to school today. There's a muffled shuffling as I hear footsteps slowly walk towards the door.
You didn't have to. I just wasn't feeling well, that's all. I've been trying to sleep it off, so that's why I missed your calls. Sorry.
No worries. Hey, what do you have? A sore throat? Fever?
I've just got a really bad headache, and I'm feeling really dizzy.
I can get some stuff from the pharmacy if you'd like. It should make you feel better.
No, it's okay. I think I'll be fine, don't worry about me.
I stalk in my help but notice what a mess the room is. I know Sarah's never been on the neat side, but this looks worse than usual. Oh, you're taking medicine for your headache already?
Huh?
She frantically follows where I'm pointing and swiftly hides the medicine packet in her pocket.
Oh, those. Yeah. See, you didn't have to get medicine for me at all.
Right. Anyway, I'm sorry if I'm not in the mood to talk.
This headache is a real meanie. If you don't mind, I'm gonna try to get more sleep. See ya.
Sayori, wait.
What is it, Hollow? Look, I know you're concerned about me and it's really sweet, but for once, can you just stop it? I'm okay, I'm just really tired, not feeling myself.
I stare at her hurt.
I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't mean to snap at you. I'm just really not in a good mood right now.
It's okay. I guess it's on me for worrying too much. Well, I hope you feel better soon, Sayori. The soft click of the door is my only response. There's something going on here that I'm not realizing. The nightmares, the days where she is not really herself, the refusal to accept my help. But then, the next day, she's totally fine? Back to her cheery self? Gah! Am I just overreacting? Maybe I do just worry about her too much. Thinking about it, if the roles were reversed, would I find her overbearing? Although I don't have anything to hide. But as Mom said, I have to give it time. I guess all I have to do is wait. Hopefully it'll be that simple. For now I'll just play along with her and try to dial back my concern. As tough as that'll be. School. The refreshing crispness in the air, the vibrant flurry of reds and oranges and yellows gently swirling down from the tree tops. It's definitely autumn. And with the autumn comes Halloween. While I'm not horror as much as someone like Yuri, I've always enjoyed Halloween. It gives a good excuse to indulge in all things like horror. Not to mention prank friends and enemies. Man, Sayori and I used to go all out on each other when it came to Halloween pranks. Speaking of, she's late as usual. Sayori, there you are. Hurry up or we'll miss out on all the fun. Holy shit. I'm actually gonna end it right here. Cliffhanger. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. And if you guys want to watch more of my content, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next episode. That is episode 12. Ta-ta!